All right. It's the Gator Mick here for the special preseason edition. Yes, the last week was a Hall of Fame game. Now we got the preseason starts back up tomorrow. The rest of the will play tomorrow. So, yeah, that's what it all starts. But you got that. You got the Hall of Fame. I mean, of course, you got the Hall of Fame game recap, which we'll get into right now. Let's get into that before I recap SummerSlam. I am one for one. I am perfect on the Hall of Fame game. My first time picking a Hall of Fame game on this Gator Mick, and I got that right. Ended in the third quarter because of a storm, shortened game, but yeah, I told you the Bears were going to win, and sure enough, they did. They ended up beating the Houston Texans through three quarters. The game got suspended, but hey, I told you the Bears were going to win it. So yeah, that happened. So that's how they start the Hall of Fame game with a shortened game, all that because of the storm they had coming in Canton. But yep, so the Bears are your winner of the Hall of Fame game this year. So that's what we know. So yeah, I did perfect on the Hall. I'm 1-0 in preseason pick so far. Anytime here in the it doesn't mean much, preseason is preseason, but still. Get myself ready for when the real games start this year in the regular season, though. So that's a plus. What also happened? Yeah, the Yankees won another series. Other than sweeping the Phillies, they swept the Phillies. Obviously, I told you that last week, but they won 2 out of 3 against the Blue Jays. Division rivals. The division games are always tough, so they won that. Yes, it is. Yes, indeed. Spearsville how the football is back. But yeah, so the Yankees won that series, and they currently won earlier today in the first game of the doubleheader, but they're currently trailing in the second game right now, 6-1 against the Angels. So yeah, it's game 2 of the doubleheader. They play again tomorrow to finish that series off before they play the Rangers over the weekend. So all right, let's recap the pay-per-view this over the weekend at SummerSlam. This was in the Brown Stadium. So it was pretty cool having an NFL stadium. This year's SummerSlam was quite special this year. It was a pretty good one, honestly. Haven't seen a good SummerSlam in a long time. And I got another score alert. It is now 8-1 Angels. The Yankees are really getting their ass kicked tonight by a bad team. But all right, if you started the night, the first match of the night was Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. I had Rhea Ripley getting back her title. That was not the case. So now I can start my WWE picks. Liv Morgan won, but thanks to Dirty Dom. What a betrayal there. A heel turn there. Dirty Dom turns on Rhea Ripley. Turns on his mommy. And makes out with Liv Morgan. I kind of knew, kind of had a feeling, but at the same time, I kind of knew Dirty Dom was going to get involved at some point in the match. But, dude, that was a big betrayal. So that's a mess in the Judgment Day. So Liv Morgan retains her title. The Liv Morgan revenge tour does continue. I was wrong on that one, but I thought it was not going to continue, but it does. Oh, my. Now as she has Dirty Dom with her. My goodness. So she is still your women's world champion. Thanks to Dirty Dom. Next, you had the Intercontinental Championship match. Braun Breaker versus Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn was the champion. He beat him once, but I told you Braun Breaker was going to win it this time, and I was right. So I knew he was going to be your new Intercontinental Championship at some point. They're saving it for SummerSlam, must have been. But second time was a charm to get this pick right. So Braun Breaker, your new Intercontinental Champion. So I told you that was going to happen. So 1-1 so far. Then you had the United States Championship. The internet sensation, Logan Paul, social media influencer, who was your current United States Champion, taking on LA Knight, the megastar. Machine Gun Kelly was in Logan Paul's corner at SummerSlam. But LA Knight is your new United States Champion. So that wraps up the Logan Paul championship reign for the United States title. That wraps up his reign. So LA Knight is your new U.S. champion. So let's see how long he can hold that championship for. I mean, that's a good start. This is a start for a push that LA Knight definitely needs in his career. I mean, this guy was like dressed up as a model kind of thing. I mean, he was like a mid-card. He was like a character just a goof off. They didn't use him that much, but now they use him a lot more now because in high-profile matches like the likes of Roman Reigns, the likes of AJ Styles. So yeah, that's a good start. Being a good wrestler like Logan Paul. Yes, he before he came to WWE, he's known for his like boxing and known for social media stuff and all that. But he is a natural wrestler. Logan Paul is. He's natural. He's a natural talent in the WWE. But yeah, LA Knight I can't wait to see what he does now with that United States title now. This Friday on SmackDown, we'll see. But this one I kind of called, but it was tough for me picking against Bayley. But I knew Nia Jax had it in her. She's your women's champion. First time in 6 years she's won a major title. I mean, yes, a singles title, but she's won the tag title. But this is finally she done it. Won the big one again, beating Bayley at SummerSlam. She's done it at WrestleMania, but now she's done it at SummerSlam, winning a championship match there. So Nia Jax, good for her. Of course, she's related to Dwayne The Rock Johnson. So, yeah, that's a good win for her to retain her women's championship. For sure. This match was kind of crazy, this next one. It's been going on for a while since January, this rivalry. Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. CM Punk's finding opportunity to screw Drew McIntyre out of a World Heavyweight Championship match. Kept screwing him, costing him matches. So they finally had their big match with having Seth Rollins as the referee, special guest referee. So that happened. Drew McIntyre had this bracelet that was belonging to CM Punk, stole it, And all of a sudden, CM Punk gets it back, he takes it off, and all of a sudden Rollins has it in his hand. Punk got mad. He thought he did it on purpose, but Rollins said, he's like, I found it on the floor, on the ring. He just wanted to keep it safe, but Punk got mad, got the motion, get the best, and puts his finisher to go to sleep on Seth Rollins, and then McIntyre takes advantage and beats CM Punk. So Rollins called it in the middle, but it was nuts. So technically, Seth Rollins did cost CM Punk the match. So McIntyre finally got his revenge. I was wrong on that pick. And this next pick, I was wrong too. The World Heavyweight Championship match, Gunther and Damian Priest. I thought Damian Priest would retain it, but unbelievable. This one kind of shocked me. Finn Balor turns on Damian Priest, costs him the match, and Gunther is your new World Heavyweight Champion. So the Judgment Day is a mess right now. We'll get into that shortly after they talk about the pay-per-view. Yeah, so that tag team is in just huge jeopardy. I mean, things have changed. That was a big shock too. It was just a crazy SummerSlam this year. Then let me get to the main event, the Bloodline Rules match for the undisputed WWE Championship with Cody Rhodes and Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa calls himself the new Tribal Chief. Shame on you, but it was kind of the same story as WrestleMania. Kind of feels like guys interfering. First, you had Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga interfering, beating up Cody Rhodes. And all of a sudden, Kevin Owens comes out, takes them both out, or something like that. And then Randy Orton comes out too, interferes, takes down Jacob Fatu, or something like that. And then all of a sudden, Solo Sikoa had it won, or something like that. And all of a sudden, here comes this one's a big return. Roman Reigns, he's back, first time since WrestleMania. Comes in. I thought he was gonna go after Cody Rhodes, but no, I kind of called it. He was gonna go after Solo Sikoa, so I knew that was coming. So he beats up Solo Sikoa, costs the match, and Cody Rhodes is still your undisputed WWE champion now, thanks to Roman Reigns. So I'm wondering what that Bloodline feud's going to go. I mean, yeah, SmackDown's this Friday, so I'm going to watch. Can't wait to watch, see what happens there. But the biggest storyline was Monday. The Judgment Day has changed. So that means Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley are now kicked out of the Judgment Day. Finn Balor and Darby Dom and JD McDonough and Carlito formed their own Judgment Day. They kind of think this is a new version of it. And now you have Liv Morgan, who's a diva. How dare they do that? So now that feud's going to be interesting. And of course, the Bloodline. So stay tuned for more eventually when the next pay-per-view comes up for sure. But that wraps up SummerSlam's coverage. Now, let's get into the biggest topic this week. Let's get into preseason, all the games for this weekend. Starting with tomorrow's games. The Carolina Panthers at the New England Patriots, 7 o'clock. This will be live on NFL Network. It's tough picking preseason games. These are both terrible teams. So this one's kind of a toss-up, in my opinion. The odds don't look like it, but it's just such a toss-up because Patriots are such a good preseason team. That's the thing. I would take the Panthers, but I'm afraid I'm going to go with the Patriots in this one. It's in Foxborough. They do well in preseason. I got to take the New England Patriots in this one. This will be live. Of course, 7 o'clock. Also, that's the other game. Will be played. Lions take on the Giants in East Rutherford, New Jersey. So in the New York, New Jersey area. So, yes, the Lions are going to have a great season, but the Giants are kind of the favorites because bad teams usually do well in preseason most of the time. But I'm still going to take the Detroit Lions. I'm going to go with the Lions in this one. Of course, that game will be immediately following the following the Patriots game, but this will be like 11 o'clock replay or something on NFL Network, which I'll watch live, but watch the replay of it afterwards, instead of watching the recording, I just want to watch the whole thing of that because the Detroit Lions, especially some Virginia Tech guys in there. So I got the Lions in that one. Let's move on to Friday's games. There is 3 games this coming Friday night. Start NFL Network, another live one. Houston Texans at the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is in Pittsburgh. Texans are the favorites. Yes, the Texans just played a game in Canton, Ohio. It's about a week ago. Lost. I told you that, but I'm going to pick against the Texans again. I'm going to have to go with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's see what their depth is. See much time Russell Wilson and Justin Fields get combined, or maybe the backup. Obviously, Kyle Allen, who was our backup last year. We'll see what he does. We also got Jordan Reese Plumlee, who was from UCF. So, yeah, I'm interested to see what the backups do and all that. I'm also, to see what the quarterback situation is in Pittsburgh between Fields and Russell. Who's going to get the job? I like Wilson, but I don't know. Fields, you just can't count him out still. Better offense now, better team run. But I like the Steelers. They are definitely a preseason team. For sure the Steelers are. So I got to pick them over the Texans. Next, the Atlanta Falcons at the Miami Dolphins. The replay will be some point overnight, which I'll watch the next day or something like that. These are replays you can watch the next day and all on NFL Network and all that. Falcons and the Dolphins. I'm going to have to go with the Atlanta Falcons. Miami Dolphins don't do well in preseason. They're good. That's the thing. It's always tough picking them. So I'm going to have to go with the Atlanta Falcons in this one. They're the favorites, so I got to take them. So, yeah. Next, 7:30, the last of the Friday column of preseason. It'll be the Eagles. Philadelphia Eagles travel to Baltimore taking the Ravens. Ravens are the dominant preseason team. They had their preseason winning streak snapped last year in their last preseason game against Washington. I think it was last one or the week before that. I remember their streak snapped against the Commanders last year. But yeah, let's see if they can start a new one. I got to take the Ravens. They're still such a powerhouse in the preseason. I can't bet against the Ravens at all. I can't count against them. So, of course, I'll watch that immediately after like 11:30, which the replay will be on NFL that Friday night as well. So I'll watch that for sure. But let's move on. This is the bulk of the schedule. The Saturday games. Starting with at noon, the Washington Commanders taking on the New York Giants. Two very bad teams from last year. But the Commanders are worse than the Jets, so I gotta take the Commanders. Bad teams, like I said, it's picking different teams in preseason. I could take the teams that do terrible in regular season that do well in the preseason, so I gotta take the Commanders. Jets are not gonna try that hard because they know they're not gonna play Rodgers because after what happened last year. After what happened last year, so that's why they're not gonna give him any time. I'm just gonna give him time at training camp. That's it. So give me Washington in that pick. But now let's move on to the biggest one. The Chicago Bears at the Buffalo Bills. Yes, the Bears just won their Hall of Fame game last week with the Texans. Bills, back at it, we'll see what this team does. I mean, a lot of new faces, a lot of new fresh faces around Buffalo now. Around that team for sure. But the Bears players to keep an eye on from last week's, Khalil Herbert got some playing time. He did good with that. Colin Johnson, he had a good preseason. 3 catches, 56 yards for 2 touchdowns in that Hall of Fame game. So that's the guy I would worry about the most going into Saturday's game for the Bills, for the preseason wise. Watch out for Johnson. He is tough. He went off last Thursday. A lot of keys there. Let's see how Trubisky will do. You're going to see a lot of Mitch Trubisky. You're going to see a lot of Shane Bushnell, not Josh Allen, maybe the week after, but you're going to see a lot of those two. Who is going to be the backup quarterback? Because Bushnell played his time at Kansas City, but Trubisky's known to be a backup. He was a good backup for Josh Allen in 21 season now. He was dog shit those 2 years in Pittsburgh. There's no doubt with that. But I'm interested to see what that goes. I'm interested to see what Ray Davis does. He's a rookie. Frank Gore Jr., see if he's going to get a roster spot. Ty Johnson, that's another player to watch. Chase Claypool is the player to watch for the Bills this weekend. We'll see if he makes the roster. So was Velez Scantling. There's some guys I really like to see play. Matt Collins, KJ Hamler, he's one for a spot too. Justin Shorter too. What are these guys going to do? Yeah, Quentin Morris wants a spot now, kind of just at least stay on the active roster. He's been there. He's been their third string tight end. Hello? Hello?
The Bills are back.
This weekend for sure, they'll be back. That means Trubisky plays his old team where he started his career with the Bears. He's against the Bears this weekend.
I trust Mr. Trubisky over Kyle Allen.
Yeah, I do. Kyle Allen's now in Pittsburgh now.
I have Buffalo winning this week.
Yeah, honestly, you know what? I'm going to take the Bills too in this one. Usually their first preseason game, they always do well for some reason.
We did just see Caleb Williams play.
Yeah, that's true. We get to see a rookie. Finally gets his reps because he didn't play last week in the Hall of Fame game. So I'm interested to see what he does.
Who's starting for us?
I'd say
or Allen.
I feel like Trubisky because they usually say because last time we waited till a second preseason game to start Allen. If recall, remember last year we played in Pittsburgh, we started Allen.
And do you remember last time that we played the Steelers in week 2 in preseason?
Yeah, we got smoked. Thing is, the Steelers pretty much played the Stars most of the time compared to us.
Do you think is that fair?
Nah, it doesn't matter. It's like a pickup game, but it's good to get them reps because we didn't know what Kenny Pickett was going to do. But now, the thing is, you're going to see a lot of Fields and Wilson. You're going to see a lot of them battle for the spots. Maybe limited, but you're going to see them battle out for the starting job next week for sure.
And just what Patriots fans say about the Bills.
What do they say?
He's and we're going 7-10.
Dreams, Patriots. He's got to worry about his own team. At least try to get at least more than 3 wins this year. It's gonna be so bad.
You heard what Allen said about Diggs, right?
Oh yeah.
What did you thought when you heard that?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, Josh Allen's. I mean, I'm glad. I mean, if it wasn't for Diggs, he wouldn't be the quarterback he is today. Still.
It's not the Allen Diggs show anymore.
No, it's gonna be the Alan Coleman show for a while.
And Coleman could be Rookie of the Year.
He could. I mean, I hope he lives up to it. I mean, I thought the same way with Kincaid, but Coleman could be. There's so many guys that could be this year. I mean, Caleb Williams, he maybe, but I don't know what hell he'll do in Chicago. Chicago's go through quarterbacks so fast.
What about Tyler? What about Tyler? What about Tyler Bass?
I think he's got something to. He's got to prove something this year. He's a better kicker than compared to last season.
What would he do if he misses the game-winning field goal against the Chiefs again?
I would probably get rid of him and get a new kicker at that point.
Could you imagine if Mahomes threw a winning touchdown to Xavier Worthy?
Oh, that would just be a gut. That would just be a kick. That would be a kick in the ass for us for sure. Not forgetting getting him.
I don't want to put that in the air.
No. I really want to show that our drafting strategy was better than theirs. I want to show that getting Coleman was worth it because I know we liked him for a while before the draft.
What about Matt Collins?
I'm interested to see what he plays this year. I mean, this week. I mean, I'm sure he's going to battle for a spot. There's a lot of receivers that really want to be up in the main roster.
And there's a lot of wide receivers. This could be our best wide receiver core.
This could be. I mean, this could be in a while because everyone wants a spot. I mean, one of them wants it.
Is he okay? Who is this one? And there's a lot of people are saying about our receiver core.
What?
There's our wide receiver core is bad.
Yeah. I'm not gonna listen to the media. They talk way too much.
Let's see. Collins going to eat. Coleman is going to eat this year.
Yeah, I think Coleman's definitely. You already know he's gonna be on the team for sure. The way he's showing in training camp already. Because we got to build a team around him. Oh, that's an easy one. Kincaid's showing it. He's gonna be there for a long time.
Who's tight end number one, Kincaid or not?
Ooh, if I did choose one, I mean, Party wants to go with Kincaid, but because the way he played last year. But Knox is still there. He's still showing some, especially in the playoffs last year, especially in that Steelers game.
And remember, we only lost 2 with Brady.
That's true.
Who do you see strong in defense?
Oh God, I mean, definitely not McDermott. I thought we got a new defense score. I forgot we did get someone from this year.
And I'm glad that Fraser is gone.
Yeah, but now he's in the Seahawks now.
As a what?
Defensive coordinator.
And what should I say to my Browns friend about Dorsey?
So good luck with him. He didn't do well for us.
And I'm trying to think what games the Dorsey blew for us. The Broncos.
The Patriots, maybe. I'd say Patriots up there too, maybe.
And what about the Jets?
Oh, that one I'd say up there for sure. What about the Miami Dolphins? Like in 2022, his first year as a coordinator.
And the one that he smashed?
Yes, that one.
What were you like?
I was like, good God. I mean, I kind of like he shows the emotion, like, for the Bills and all that. But, hey, what are you going to do? I mean, he had bad days. I mean, I was like, okay, this is the only 3rd game. But now I kind of realize he kind of cost us that one. But not as bad as compared to, like, the Jaguars one. That's another bad one.
And could you imagine if Brady was in charge of that one?
Oh, yeah, right. The London one. I mean, we could have had a lot better, but I can't wait to see what he does his first full season as a job now. I mean, he came in late in the season. Now his first full year is what we'll see what he does.
Why am I so hyped up for the Bills this year.
I mean, all of us are feeling it. Every season, we all get excited. I mean, it's our team. It's like biggest thing around Western New York, other than the Bonnies. Like other than in our area, it's all we think about our teams.
I went training camp was great last Friday.
That looked like fun though last week. You had fun there.
I traded my Coleman jersey.
Oh really?
I got in the stage.
What do you think of Josh Allen's helmet last week?
I loved it. What about you?
Oh, I did too. That was pretty nice. The red buffalo, like the old throwback logo, was pretty cool. Seeing that.
You know what they also do sometimes?
What?
They should do a 90s night sometime.
Oh, were those old red ones? Yeah, I could see. I would love to see them do that one of these times.
Which Bills game are you going to this year?
Jacksonville.
And there's only one Josh Allen now.
Yep, that's right, because he changed his last name, finally. That Jaguars player did.
And which game are you watching tomorrow?
Well, I'm going to watch the Patriots one live and then watch the replay after the game at 11 o'clock. The other Thursday game. So I'm going to somehow catch both of them because the other replays on NFL Network like 11 o'clock night.
What are you doing after your show?
Nothing really that much.
Do you want to do fantasy with me after your show?
I'll think about it.
And guess whose signature I got?
Who?
I wish it was Josh Allen.
Oh, who was it though?
I think it was AJ Epinesa.
That's a good one. He had a great season last year.
Or Edwards.
Mike Edwards.
And
Yeah, he's from the Chiefs.
did you hear about DeMar Hamlin?
Oh yeah. I think he's gonna get the starting job. I think.
How do you feel about him?
Oh, I'm excited because I was worried I was gonna have to get rid of that jersey because I forgot I have his jersey.
Are they giving it to him or is he earning it?
I think he's earning it. He's doing well in practice.
What do you think Micah Hyde is doing?
I don't know. It's a toss-up right now. I hope he comes back, but I have a feeling he's going to end up maybe retiring. I don't know. We'll see what he wants to do.
Do you remember Miss Amy?
Yeah.
That's what I did to her.
What?
I asked her that she wanted to see a picture of a cute puppy. And instead of a puppy, I took a picture of a toilet.
Oh, man. Well, I'm going to get back to the rest of my NFL picks.
And one more thing. Can you tell me whose signature this is real fast?
Yeah.
Whose signature do you have?
The one, I've got a Poyer signed helmet. I got a Jim Kelly. I actually got a Jim Kelly signed helmet with Thurman Thomas on there. I got two guys in my one helmet.
I sent it to you.
All right. $59. I think that's Jonathan Kingsley.
Is he good?
Kingsley Jonathan. Yeah, he's good. Yeah, he had some good reps last year. That's who it was. He's from Syracuse.
Talk to you later.
Let
me know if you want to do fantasy with me.
Okay.
Go
The
Bills.
Bills. All right. Now that that's over with. Now let's get back to my Bills. So yeah, back to the Bills game. You already heard a pickup. I'm definitely gonna take the Bills. That's an easy one, but definitely go with the Bills. I'm interested to see what we're gonna do this weekend. Go with Mitch Trubisky beating his old teams. He's got to play two of his former teams. So he gets the Steelers next week. So yeah, it's a Mitch Trubisky revenge tour. They're gonna beat the Bears. So give me Trubisky and the Bills in this preseason game. Next, of course, the Bears promotion viewers outside of Western New York, outside of Buffalo, catch it on NFL Network. But if you're in Western New York, you can get on Channel 4 on Channel 4 out here if you're from Western New York. So yeah. Next on NFL Network game at 4 o'clock one, the Raiders and the Vikings. Vikings, are the underdog. Yeah, it's preseason, but the Raiders are way more dog shit than them. So I don't know. The Vikings don't do well in preseason much. We'll see Martin Inch. We'll get to see like Aiden O'Connell, maybe Anthony Brown too. But this one's kind of a tough one. But I'm gonna go with the Raiders. I gotta go with the Raiders this weekend. as one. So I got them winning that one. That'll be in NFL Network 4 o'clock. Oh yeah. So definitely got that one. Now let's move on to the 4:25 game, which we'll catch the replay on the next day, like the day after the game. The Packers and the Browns in Cleveland. You know who I'm an easy pick. I hate the Packers. Fuck Green Bay. I'm going with the Browns, baby. And besides, that was a home of SummerSlam, so I gotta go with the Cleveland Browns. Besides, my buddy Max had an air trip out in Cleveland, so definitely go with Cleveland. Fuck the Packers. Gotta root for the Browns. Let's move on to the 7 evening games on Saturday. Another replay one I could probably catch at some point this week. The Buccaneers and the Cincinnati Bengals. This is in Cincinnati. Being Buccaneers, yes. You won't see much of Baker Mayfield. They're going to be rested out of stars. I mean, Burrow, you won't see as much either. So see a lot of Kyle Trask, a lot of John Wolford, even Zach Anix said, where would he come from? Illinois State. The Bengals, who their quarterback room is, without Joe Burrow. I mean, you got a lot of Jake Browning. You'll see Rocky Lombardi and Logan Woodside. So yeah, you know what? Much as I hate the Bengals, I'll take the Bengals. They're the favorites. Gonna be Cincinnati in this one. Move on to the next NFL Network game. Well, Saturday night. After your triple header of NFL Network games. This is live. The Chiefs and the Jaguars. This is in Jacksonville. Obviously, I'm going to pick the Jaguars. I hate Kansas City. I'm definitely going to go with the Jaguars in this one. I hate the Chiefs so much. So I'll go with Jacksonville in this one. Next, another 7 o'clock game. This is a replay one. I'll probably catch in the week. The 49ers at the Tennessee Titans. This one, yeah, as much as the 49ers are a powerhouse team, I got to go with the bad Tennessee Titans. They do well in preseason. So give me Tennessee. Malik Willis. Let's see what he does. Because he'll get most of the reps. Unless it's Will Levis' teams. You get Mason Rudolph battling for a spot too. So yeah, I like the Tennessee Titans. Mason Rudolph's going to get most reps, I feel like. Or Malik Willis. So give me the Titans. Actually, Malik Willis on that team. Actually, if Mason Rudolph's on that team, you got to give me them. Next, the Seattle Seahawks and the LA Chargers. Chargers are a good preseason team. So is Seattle. These two teams are kind of even. They both missed the playoffs. So, what do I go with? Go with the Chargers. I am not picking the Seahawks. Jim Harbaugh, I can't see what he does. Easton Stick. I got to go with Easton Stick all day. That one. Because he proved something against the Bills for sure. So I think the Chargers this one. And the last of the Saturday games. The New Orleans Saints at the Arizona Cardinals. This one's a very toss. This is like a coin toss one. So, I think I'm going to go with the Saints in this one. I'm going to go with the Saints this one. I'll be the replay I want to watch. This guy's no 10 o'clock games this weekend. Weird, but they'll play next week for sure. So yeah, give me the Saints this one. And wrap up the last day of the preseason, like there for like week one, the Sunday games. There's 2 games, doubleheader. Both are live on NFL Network this Sunday. First start of the 1 o'clock one, the Broncos and the Colts. This is the Peyton Manning Bowl, I call this. Both teams Peyton Manning played this in his career, so this one's a coin toss too. I'd say I'm going to go with the Broncos. They're horrible, but Zach Wilson does well in the preseason anyway. Zach Wilson preseason vibes. I got to go with the Broncos this one. The last game of week one this weekend, the last game I'll pick for tonight will be also 4:30. Will be 4:30 immediately following the Colts Broncos game live on NFL Network as well. This is in LA. The Cowboys at the Rams. Even though they're really good, but I'm gonna still take the Cowboys. I take America's team in the preseason. Even they're America's team in preseason, so I gotta take the Cowboys this weekend. So hopefully I do all my picks this weekend. We'll see you all next week. It's gonna be a fun show next week. I'll try to get my buddy Max Garber on the show because the Bills play the Steelers. So we'll see y'all next week. Enjoy your preseason football.